Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'd like to talk about the new Sasuke manga, the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust. This manga is based on one of the Naruto novels, but I think most fans of the original series usually don't read the novels, myself included, but a lot of them read the manga lore, so the manga adaptation of the novels is the right way to go if you ask me. So, I'm going to start with a summary of the 4 already published chapters and give my current opinion at the end of the video. If you don't want to get spoiled, this video might not be for you. You have been warned. If you only want to hear my honest opinion without going too much into detail regarding the plot, please skip to the respective section of the video. So you had enough time. If you want to keep going, let's start with the summary. The spin-off manga starts off with Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto is apparently suffering from a disease that has already affected even the stage of 6 pairs, but it seems that Hagoromo found a cure in a non-ninja nation called Ridaku. I probably totally butchered the pronunciation, but well, what can I do? So in search of the mentioned cure, his BFF Sasuke sets out to save his boy's life. A few pages later and we already see our favorite Uchiha walking the streets of Ridaku. Some minor things happen and long story short, Sasuke finds his first clue. Apparently the answers he is searching for might be waiting in the former Astronomy Research Institute. The institute was founded by Janmaru Tataru. I probably butchered that too. He was a contemporary of the Sage of 6 Pairs and founded the institute as a haven for research. But now, centuries later, the institute serves as a prison for Ridaku's criminals. So in order to get into the institute, Sasuke allows himself to be imprisoned. Once there, he is quickly educated about the rules within the prison. First and most important, it turns out that the main prison guard is a velociraptor-looking creature named Mino. While prisoners are left outside for back-breaking work, it makes sure that no one escapes, and during the times inside the prison, it attacks and kills all prisoners who wander around the building without the official identification symbol, a red ribbon around their hand. Sasuke, of course, spies around without a ribbon, because as a demigod he has nothing to fear from an overgrown lizard, and as a consequence of that, of course, a fight ensues. Pressured by the beast, Sasuke doesn't waste any time and kills it. Nothing much further happens and a new day begins. Convinced that he killed Mino, he's very surprised to see that a new dinosaur is roaming the prison. Is it the same one that has been revived? Has it survived somehow, or is this just a replacement? We don't really know. More interesting though, the warden has somehow realized that Sasuke was the culprit who executed his pet and confronts him. Cornered Sasuke tries to put the warden under genjutsu, but it doesn't work because the warden has glass eyes. Like what? Look at this shot, it looks amazing, so creepy. I was very surprised because the warden doesn't really make the impression that he's blind, so either he can somehow see anyways or is a sensor type ninja. Whatever it is, it renders Sasuke's main interrogation tool useless. But to my and Sasuke's surprise, the warden only warns him of possible consequences and leaves the room. The night falls and Sasuke spies around again, this time with the red rim around his hand though. While looking around, he finds another prisoner gagged and bound in a closet. Other inmates did this to him and took his red ribbon. In order to save his life, Sasuke gives the inmate his own ribbon. And as you might have guessed, this leads to Sasuke vs Mino Part 2. A fight begins and Sasuke's cheek is lightly grazed by Mino's claws after he undertakes an unsuccessful genjutsu attempt. Okay, that settles it. I'm ready to place a bet. Genjutsu will be completely useless within the story. Anyways, where were we? Sasuke's cheek gets grazed by Mino's claws and suddenly out of nowhere it actually becomes dangerous for the Shadow Hokage when his vision starts to blur and he seems to get a little dizzy to say the least.
Oh shit, not good.
Apparently Mino's claws seem to carry a strong poison. Realizing that he might actually lose to Mino in this state, remember, he is very restricted, he can't use Susanoo or Amaterasu or other techniques that might blow his cover, he flees only to collapse in another corridor. At this point I was absolutely like, what the actual hell happened? This early in the story, we see stronger than Madara Sasuke downed by a dinosaur. Very fortunately for him, Sakura shows up and saves his butt. Next thing we know, Sasuke wakes up in the treatment room and with the help of his wife, the poison has been neutralized. Seemingly wondering that Sasuke was vulnerable to the poison, she takes a sample of his blood and sends it to Konoha via Hawkmaid. Take that, Amazon! This interestingly confirms that no poison known to Konoha does have any or a comparable effect on Sasuke. so he can add strong poison resistance to one of his many abilities. Anyway, Sakura has come to his aid for the completion of the mission because none of the Ninja Hawks were able to successfully deliver new relevant information to Sasuke because they were most likely chased away. Summoning up the main content of the message, the illness is caused by taking a tailed beast into your body, which apparently causes a malfunction in the chakra channels. They have to find a so-called map of heavens that will lead to the ultra particles that will apparently heal Naruto. At this point you might be asking, how did they get access to the infirmary? Well, Sakura simply applied for the doctor's position at the prison based on her medical expertise and was, of course, hired. And astonishingly, Sasuke actually shows some affection for once. He tells Sakura that he doesn't want her to support him during the mission because he doesn't want to put her in any danger. Sakura, of course, refuses to leave and confidently tells him that she can handle herself. They come to an agreement and separate for the night. A new day starts and the couple finds out that there is a large library within the prison. They seek it out, but unfortunately for them, it turns out that the particularly valuable works are all stored in a separate basement compartment for safety reasons. Even worse, no one is allowed to even touch them. If they do, they face a death penalty. The man with the key is a notorious gambler, so the couple persuades him to gamble for the key. The game is a card game. Sasuke wants to use genjutsu to ensure victory, but Sakura, as Tsunade's proud student, wants to win this game fair and square. They play 5 rounds and all end in a draw. Frustrated, he gives up and gives her the key. Surprised how she managed to do that without any tricks, Sasuke asks her to explain it to him. She basically memorized the use marks on the back of all 60 cards and intentionally played to a draw. Just to make this clear, she looked at the cards for an extremely short amount of time. Basically, she could have won the first round, but she tells Sasuke that she always used to play to a draw with Tsunade because it bored her, so she wouldn't force her to keep playing. What a massive flex, knowing every single card she could have won the first round. The night falls once again and Sasuke and Sakura meet up in front of the library. On the way to the basement, Sasuke gives Sakura a wedding ring made with the help of Earth Style. Yet again an astonishing gesture of Sasuke. Why all of a sudden, you might be asking? He learned through one of his inmates that this is a symbol of commitment in a marriage and serves as a signal to others that someone is already taken. Sakura is of course over the moon. But back to the main plot. On their way to the basement, Sakura discovers other hidden passages of the building by passing her chakra through the walls. Very impressive, I have to say. Anyway, the book they are looking for is quickly found. The contents, however, are very cryptic. The only way to solve the riddle seems to be a classic academic bookworm session, and there are masses of other books. While Sasuke considers this very time consuming, Sakura says she will have it solved in a maximum of 2 days. And that's exactly what she actually pulls off. Again, very impressive. So she delivers the main results to Sasuke and the 4th chapter ends, which brings us to the end.
Thank God!
Well, what do I think of the Sasuke manga so far? Honestly, I love it. I adore the fact that we finally visit at least one of the other nations surrounding the ninja world. We oftentimes see the map of the 5 ninja countries, and obviously there is more land around all of them. So there is more to explore, more to learn about the Naruto world, more political dynamics and conflicts that can be written about. I never got why surrounding countries were never a factor in Shippuden. So this is an excellent opportunity to build on the story of Naruto without having to pull something out of the writer's ass. Everything you need is already there. Take it, Kishimoto. Furthermore, without wanting to drag Boruto into the mud here, if you've had enough of all-powerful ninja alien gods and even more powerful ninja androids and instead want another classic Naruto mission, you'll get just that here. It's all about covert espionage, intellectual challenges, intrigue and mysterious opponents. You know, ninja stuff. At least that's what we get in the first 4 chapters. I mean, almighty ninja god Sasuke almost lost to a tiny dinosaur due to the restrictions he puts on himself for the mission. So far, not everything is decided by who has the more blatant hex skills or who can set off bigger explosions. And even when it comes to those things in the end, I think the build-up so far is great. This is such a cool way to build in some tension, some suspense into the story without having to go full god death battle mode every time. And I saved the best for last. In 2 chapters, In my opinion, the manga has managed to highlight Sakura's abilities in a way that I think all of Shippuden has barely managed to do, if at all. It's not about power scaling, because Sakura will never be able to match the demigods that Naruto and Sasuke are. It's about other abilities that only she possesses and can be crucial in the right situation, as shown here. First, her medical skills were greatly highlighted. She applied for the job as a doctor, and as the best medic in the entire ninja world within her generation, it was obviously an easy thing for her to get hired. And then it was further underlined when she saved Sasuke's life by neutralizing the unknown poison, similar to what she did to Kankuro back then in no time. Next, she went on to show her incredible memory during the card game. Similar to real life, such a great memory is a good indicator for her intellect. She memorized the usage traces of all 60 cards within seconds or a few minutes. Whatever it was, that's impressive. Shortly after, on the way to the basement, she scans the surrounding stairwells through absolutely perfect chakra control. An ability that neither Sasuke nor Naruto have showcased in this particular form. And last but not least, her intellect and her academic know-how is unparalleled. She solves the riddle of the book within 2 days by searching through all the books in the basement. That's crazy. She proved that her abilities were already indispensable for this mission. And she did all of that as if it was nothing. I can't remember a single mission or situation in Shippuden where she got to make such a great use of her full skill set. And instead of shining by surpassing Sasuke or Naruto, she gets the opportunity to shine within her expertise. And it's this easy to make her more likable. And that's all for today, guys. So, final conclusion, great manga, great story up until now. I can recommend it to every classic Naruto fan. If you haven't gotten around to reading the manga yet, I highly recommend it. So go to the official Shueisha homepage where you can find the current releases. Until next time, peace out.